Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Coffee and Clicks on this Wednesday. It is Wednesday, halfway through the week. Yeah, and today is a cool day.
It's a cool day. You know why?
What?
You know why it's a cool day? We actually might see some sunshine today.
I know.
I got a report up in Clinton. It's sunny in Clinton. It's sunny in Batesville. So the clouds are clearing from north to south.
Okay.
They are clearing.
Well, they need to come on and
come on, baby.
keep on moving down because I need to see the sun because I'm sick and tired.
It's going to be special for everybody in Arkansas. But that's not the only reason why today is a special day.
That is not the only reason why. Today is our Food for the Holidays Telethon benefiting the Arkansas Foodbank. And we have a special guest in for Coffee and Clicks today. We have... Oh, let me push the right button. We have... there we go. We have Claire Tiffin here with the Arkansas Foodbank joining us. Thanks so much for joining us.
I'm so excited. I love Telethon Day.
It's
so just makes my day the entire day. I love answering the phones.
Talking with people, right?
Yes. And I love it that they're excited to call me. Normally it's the other way around and they're not super looking forward to hearing from me. So it's been great this morning.
Yeah, when they call you, they've called for a reason and a purpose.
Yes.
To open up the checkbook or debit account and give some money rather than you doing the, hey, you calling them, right? That's the other way.
Yeah, exactly.
Or they need the need for something. So you're able to, they're helping people right now.
Yes.
Yeah. So we have our telethon. We've been doing this for...
Before I ever started working here 13 years ago.
It was before you started working here?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
KARK did it long before KARK and Fox 16 were one group. So
wow. Okay.
Yeah, before any of us were around here.
Nobody really knows, actually. We tried to solve that mystery this year. The earliest picture we have dates to 1999.
Wow.
But it seems like in the early 2000s, we didn't do it every year, that it was more like an every few year occurrence.
Okay.
Then we got serious in the 2012 to 15 era and have been doing it ever since.
Wow.
Yeah,
I know every year I've been here.
February 13th, so it got serious right before I got here.
So every year you've been here.
Yeah, I think so. Unless we didn't do it in 20.
We did it in COVID year too.
We did it in 20?
I think we were the ones who answered the phones. Don't you remember we had to vote?
We did it in the newsroom instead.
Yeah, we found a way to still do it.
I came up and volunteered at night.
I do remember you doing that.
I came up to 10 o'clock at night. Now, I didn't get up because I get up at 1 in the morning to get here. But at that time, I only got up at 3. So that's a difference. So I was here. I was here till and I think I lived.
You lived closer.
Yeah, I did live closer then. In 2020.
Yeah.
And so I was here till 10:30, and then went home and got about 3 or 4 hours sleep, which is what I get every night anyway.
Yeah, exactly. What difference does it make for you, right?
Yeah, we did answer the phones in the studio.
Yeah. So here's the number to call, 501-340-4911. So Claire, just kind of tell us first of all, we have raised quite a bit of money today so far.
Just this morning, we've done around $8,000. Wow. We are thrilled too because Renaissance Homes is matching this year. So they're matching donations up to $25,000. So really, for every dollar you're donating, it's going twice as far because Renaissance Homes is matching it. So it's a great day. We got $25,000 match to me, and we're excited to get there.
That's exciting. So it's so crazy. We have the statistic that you guys can stretch $1 so far. Yes. How is that possible?
Yeah, what do you do? I mean, do y'all have a printing press over there and make more dollars? What is it?
Yeah.
We get that question a lot. So we have a fantastic base of volunteers. The volunteers are that's the secret sauce. They're our secret weapon. That's how we're able to stretch the dollar so far. We purchase food in bulk, and then when it arrives in bulk, oftentimes, especially produce and then things like cereal, coffee, they're free flowing. So it's just a box of coffee or a box of cereal, and it's our volunteers that put that into the bag that you'd see in a store. So with
okay. That's the video that we just saw right there. They were bagging.
It's so great.
Okay.
So with that, the reason you're paying $4 in a grocery store is because they have a company and a processing plant that packs the cereal, labels the cereal, and our volunteers do that for us. So they are really the reason we are able to stretch the dollar so far. Yeah. And then we have great relationships with a lot of the people we purchase in bulk from. They know that we're a nonprofit, and so that helps keep costs low as well.
Wow, that's amazing.
Are there ever any companies, like grocery companies, food companies, that just give food?
Oh, yeah, all the time. Everyone that I can name. Walmart, Kroger, Brookshire's, Edwards, and then the other one people don't think about a lot is gas stations. If you have food on a shelf, you can donate in bulk. And so Come and Go is now Maverick. That company just bought it. they are also a really great partner and donate in bulk to the food bank as well.
I know.
I never thought about that either. Can you talk a little bit about the need? Because the need is great right now.
This year's been really interesting. I've been with the Arkansas Food Bank for 2.5 years now, and before I started, COVID happened, and everybody always talked about the need during COVID, and that was a huge year for the food bank. We were doing 29 million pounds of food before COVID, and we hit 40 million for the first time during COVID and have stayed there.
Wow.
We did 41 million last year, and this year we've seen cuts to federal programming. So LFPA was a program that we were receiving $1.2 million in funding for through the federal government. We lost that program in September, and then the government shut down, and that created a need that we had never seen before. Not even COVID really compares to that.
Wow.
First, it started with 30,000 federal employees who no longer had a paycheck. And then when SNAP benefits were disrupted, we saw an extra 100,000 people in our service area who needed coverage. And so we went from serving 280,000 Arkansans to serving over 400,000 in the span of 2 weeks. And we at the Arkansas Food Bank and our 300 pantries are not equipped to deal with that amount of people. We really were standing the line. We were having really hard conversations with our pantries, and we were doing everything we could to raise as much money as we could for our community. And as we saw the need increase in ways that we had never seen before, we've also got to see the community respond in ways that we've never seen before. We had all of our volunteer shifts for the month of November booked. We did over $1 million in fundraising just for our disaster response alone. So it's been a really groundbreaking. It's an extent we've never had to do before, but we've seen some great response to that as well. But
That's amazing.
Even with the government open again, we have pantries that are seeing still 30 to 60% increase.
It's going to take a while, I imagine, for people to get back on their feet.
Not instant. It's not instantly fixed. It's going to take some time.
Yeah. I noticed too. You said the need, and people have been helping and volunteering. I've never heard the phones ring as much during our telethon or during our show this morning that I heard today.
The phones have been ringing. The other big thing is people are scanning the QR code to donate, which has been great.
We actually have that.
Yeah, it's been a really, really great morning. We still got a whole entire day in front of us to donate. And then again, with that Renaissance Home Smash, even if you only have $1, that's $2 today. And that $2 will provide 10 meals.
Wow, that's amazing. So that's the QR code there on your screen. Scan that. And it's simple. You can just donate online. You don't even have to talk to anybody. So if you
maybe that's why it's a success.
That might be right. You don't have to talk to people.
People like automatic online things. You don't talk. We shop. We don't go into stores now. We shop online. So we give online now too.
So that's an easy way to give by just scanning that QR code. So we're gonna have the food bank. You guys are gonna be answering phones all day until the end of our shows today at 10:30 tonight.
Yes.
So you guys, you'll be here. You're working in different shifts.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'll be here this afternoon. Nick is on his way. He's going to be the food bank rep from 10:30 to 4:30, and then I'll be back. I love the night shift. I think we have.
You're going to be here for the late shows too. Hey, you got here what 5:30, 5:15 this morning. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I thrive on this type of energy. And then last year, I don't know, Keith Monahan will be here today again.
He's coming?
He's got some big energy. DJ Williams and Ebony Mitchell are joining us this afternoon. We just have a fun time at night. I think we all are just super excited with how the day's gone. And so we got up to some silly things last year, and I think it'll probably be the same this year.
Some silly things like what? Let's talk about that.
We reached a point where we were like, let's get these phones ringing. So we made signs and called specific people we knew out. And so whenever the camera would cut to us, we would be holding up
I didn't know that.
That is so funny.
Did you see it?
I didn't see that. That's funny.
So you put their name and number up?
No, I put just their name.
I
said, so I'd be calling them.
It was my best friend's parents. So I said, hey, Ash and Cindy, give me a call, was what the sign said. And so then we just held that up. And that's really fun too, because we've told our friends and family and our supporters to tune in. So it's good to participate in that way.
I know in the years past we've had I don't know what group it is of boys from Catholic high school would come in and answer the phones in the early morning shift.
Yeah.
And they were on the phones and they would call some of their teachers
That's so
at home
funny.
before
You need to
school and tell
call.
them to
Yeah.
give. I don't know
Yeah.
how these high school kids have their teachers' phone numbers.
I know.
But they did.
That's a good point.
I know, right?
Maybe they're coaches.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, you get the coach's number for sure.
Yeah.
That's so fun. That is a lot of fun. Last year we raised what, $80,000?
$87,000 is where we finished last year.
Okay, so what's the goal today?
You know, I'm dreaming big. We've got this fantastic match from Renaissance Homes. I feel like we can definitely get into the 90s.
I think we
If
can
it
do
was
100.
if it was any year to do 100,000, I think it's
do
this
it.
year.
Yeah, I think
for
we
sure.
definitely can do it. So if you're watching right now, scan the QR code. You can donate $1.
Yeah. And then it'll add up.
Literally donate $1.
So we have the matching grant from Renaissance Homes
Yes.
for $25,000 up to $25,000. What if there was another company that came along and says, I'll do a matching grant. Can we get that in today before the day's done?
Yes.
Can the paperwork be done on that?
Yes, they definitely could. We actually do have one slot open this afternoon. So if you're listening and you have some free time at 6:30 and you would also like to provide a sponsorship for this event, we've got a spot for you. You can give me a call. The phone number for the food bank is 501-569-4315, and we can get you on. But yeah, and the other thing that we do for a lot of corporate companies, or especially around this time of year, is check presentations at the food bank, and we give a lot of them tours too, so that they can see really how that dollar is
Going to
being
work.
used straight to our
It's
programs.
very interesting too when you tour the food bank and like when you're in there because it's so massive.
Yeah, you're
There's a
actually
lot.
talking to. Apparently, I am the best tour guide at the food bank.
Really?
That's my reputation.
Do we have a certificate showing this and kind of
okay.
certification?
Do you have like
No,
a tour guide voice? Or?
But they do make me do
We're
the
walking,
HR
we're walking,
ones.
you know?
Yeah. I use a lot of hand motions, and then we all get to wear the orange vest.
Oh, that's fun.
Which
Yeah.
people don't like the orange vest. I love the orange vest.
think
It looks
that's fun.
official.
Yeah.
I think it brings like the color in my eyes out. I don't know. It makes me.
It
whenever I'm in the
brightens
vest, I look
everybody
good.
up. Yeah, yeah.
I agree.
What would be when people come tour? What do they say is like the most shocking thing that they didn't realize?
So the crowd pleasing facts. One, you get to go into our freezer, which sits below zero.
It's
that is
cold.
cold.
I've been in there. It
Very
is cold.
They
Yeah.
love that. So especially when we do school group tours, that is my favorite part because they get
kids
so
scream,
excited.
I can see
Yes.
that. I can totally see that.
Another one that I brag on a lot is our transportation team is fantastic. They, within our 33 county service area, drove enough mileage last year to circle the equator 9 times. That's 35,000 miles a month.
Wow.
That department also has not seen turnover in 3 years. We've had a few people retire after serving with the food bank for 13, 15 years.
Wow.
So that department really is our hands within the community. They're delivering the food to the agencies. So we go by the trucks and I tell them those facts about our fantastic transportation team. Other than that, our volunteer warehouse is another one where people really like to see it, and that's where we process all of our donations that do not come in bulk. Okay. And the cool thing about that is we'll sometimes receive some really interesting non-food items. So we've received iPads donated to the food bank.
And you sell them
What do
or
you do with
something?
that?
No,
Yeah.
we send
Use
them to
them.
our pantries. So
They can utilize them
pantries,
somehow.
the pantries can utilize them, or we give them to our neighbors in need. So it's sent with the regular food donation.
Wow.
The iPads happened a few years ago, but
That's interesting.
The other ones we see now is like Dollar General. They've been donating a lot of non-food product, and it's like great because it's kitchen and cleaning supplies.
Oh, yeah.
And those tend
Those
to be,
things are expensive.
Yeah.
and so it'll be like the Tide Pods or like the Dawn dish
Oh my
soap.
gosh,
and
those are
Febreze.
good things.
So
Yeah.
it's really
Yeah.
great to see. And
I think
sort
that's
through
also
those.
something too. The food bank, you get good quality food from the food bank. It's not
Yes.
like, knockoff things.
It's not all the dented cans.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good quality stuff.
And a lot of that's because of our volunteers.
Yeah.
Every item donated to the food bank is quality assured. So our volunteers check the expiration date. They check to make sure it's not punctured. And that's why we give out good food. And that's part of the justice and hunger relief work is you want to give out good food that's going to feed the family, and that's what we do.
Yeah. What type of food do you guys prefer monetary donations versus canned goods or stuff like that?
Yes. I definitely say monetary, and it's only because of our bulk purchasing power. Where you could go to the grocery store and get a can for 75 cents, we can get it for 20. So by donating even that $1, we're able to stretch that a lot further. And we have a fantastic food sourcing director who works really hard to forge relationships all over the country. And so we source food from outside of Arkansas. We have great relationship with Arkansas farmers. Who've been having a horrible year, by the way, and still donate to the food bank in bulk. So that's been something we've been really impressed by.
Is it rice more than anything that you get from the Arkansas farmers?
Rice, potatoes, soybeans, and then there are a few times we'll see like cabbage and leeks and things like that. Then we had some pumpkins and watermelon and tomatoes over the summer.
Yeah.
That warehouse was filled of watermelon this summer.
Wow. It's very interesting. Very interesting. Can you talk a little bit about the partnership that you guys have with, food banks and food pantries? Because we always see food bank or food pantries and we don't really realize where they get their food from, but a lot of them get it from you guys, right?
Yeah. So the Arkansas Food Bank has 300 pantries affiliated with it. And basically how it works is we are like a bank. So we fundraise so that we can purchase food in bulk. We store the food and distribute the food to the pantries.
Okay.
We do not distribute the food ourselves. We do not have a pantry within the Arkansas Food Bank building, but they receive food from us, and that is how the relationship works. So we are the ones that have a lot of the relationships with like the grocery stores and the bulk providers. Our volunteers sort and pack the bulk food, and then that is what the pantries receive.
Okay.
The pantries, it's really different depending on the agency. We have some agencies that are open every single day. We have some that do distributions once a month. These are schools, churches, hospitals, and then some of them are they exist to be a food pantry, and they're a food pantry. So they receive food from us. Our truck drivers, who are amazing, deliver that food, and then they distribute it to our neighbors in need. And then our relationship with them, other than the food being provided, is training. We are a Feeding America food bank. We have a lot of the best practices in terms of how to run a pantry. The other things we do is quality assurance. Sherry Jones, as our Chief Programs Officer, touched on that earlier. And then the really great thing about our pantries is they give us the boots on the ground work. They are able to tell us, this is what we're seeing in the community. This is what we're seeing with the government shutdown. This is how it's impacting us. And so they really inform us, and that helps us inform our decisions on how we fundraise, how we move the food, how we operate. So it's a really great relationship with the pantries within our service area.
The pantries, cool. You mentioned the service area. That is like, what, 30-something counties in Arkansas? 33 counties. Yeah. So it's basically all of Central Arkansas starts spreading to the other corners.
So we're all of Central Arkansas. Our northernmost is Independence County, and then we go down to the Texas border, the Louisiana border, and over to the Mississippi border.
So Texarkana, Miller County even?
So Texarkana is the Texarkana Food Bank. Okay. So they have, I think it's about 6 or 7 of the surrounding counties. But we have like Warren, which is in Bradley County. We have those 6 surrounding counties.
Okay. That's deep. That's way South Arkansas.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't even think about that when you mentioned the drivers who have to I don't know why.
Are they your drivers, or are they drivers from the local pantries, or what?
So there are drivers, and then we actually have 2 other locations that a lot of people don't know about. So we have one in Warren, and we have one in Lexa, which is in Phillips County. They enable us, basically, our location in Warren, they have great relationships with local farmers. They have a truck driver there that handles those 6 counties, so that we're not having to drive all the way to Warren every single day.
So it's a warehouse, and food is done there. You have volunteers there packing things there too.
Yep.
And serving the local pantries in that, in that
Yes.
6,
So
7 counties.
Warren handles those 6 counties. And so those pantries are not having to drive all the way to Little Rock to receive
That
Arkansas
saves so
Food
much
Bank
money.
Yes, it
connection.
does, yeah.
And then, they do have some volunteer projects there. We have staff members there. It's basically a smaller version of our current building.
Okay.
And then the Lexa pantry is very interesting because it is a food bank and a pantry all in one.
Oh,
So they have a warehouse. They have staff that are Arkansas Food Bank staff members. They have a truck driver that services the counties surrounding Phillips County. And they also have a pantry there so that they can give out food. The Lexa branch is in our highest need area. Phillips County is our highest need county. And so it's really important for us to have a seat within that county and be able to serve our highest need areas without having either us to go there every single day and them to come to us every single day.
Yeah, that helps you guys spread things out a little bit. How can you talk a little about the need? Because you mentioned Phillips County is one of the greatest need there, but can you just talk about the need in general?
Yeah, so in Arkansas, there are a lot of things that make us really uniquely set to be number 1 in the country for food insecurity. The biggest we have going for us is high rural counties. We have a lot of rural counties, and because they are rural and there's no public transportation, that county is depending solely on the food available to them. Recently, we have seen a lot of the rural counties have their populations decreasing. A lot of this is because people are moving either out of the state or to Northwest Arkansas. But when people move, that brings businesses with them. And so we've seen grocery stores close. We've seen businesses close. It's not a great thing in terms of keeping people in those counties.
Yeah.
When those grocery stores close, you're looking at a 30 to 45-minute drive to the nearest grocery store. It's not in your town, it's in a surrounding town. And that creates a lot of barriers when you don't have access to transportation. It's another barrier too if you're working full time and have kids. You're having to pick the kids up and then drive 45 minutes to the nearest grocery store.
Yeah,
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's all afternoon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's
So
taxing.
that's one of the biggest barriers we're seeing to food insecurity within the state of Arkansas. And then specifically in the Delta region, that has been a region that has been high food insecurity, high poverty rates for the last 50 years. It's really, really difficult. And a lot of it is because it is so rural and we're seeing so much population shift.
And it's getting ruraler.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's no incentive for business to open within those counties. And so with that, we are seeing food deserts be created and it's very quickly becoming an emergency, which is why the need has been so high, especially within Arkansas the last few years.
Wow. Well, if that doesn't make you want to donate, I don't know what will. So take out your phone, scan that QR code there on your screen. You can donate there. You can call 501-340-4911 until 10:30 tonight. We will be taking your calls all day long. And let's donate some money and help people out. The holiday season's also a big time when there's a great need. So
Yeah.
All right, so that's about all the time we have. Thank you so much for joining
No problem.
us. Yeah, and educating our audience on why this is just so important. All right, so be sure to donate, guys, and we will see y'all later. Thanks.